The day of the town's special election, Sandy throws a party at her home. Unlike the previous election, in which opponents of it celebrated together, Lee Lord was not invited to this event. To help cover the event for the America for All network, Suzanne Hudson and Laura Park have returned to the town, with their daughter Mary and their niece Diana in tow. The McKinseys have also returned with Annika and Richard Sims.
Laura, your baby Mary is so adorable. She makes me wish I and Carrie also had a daughter. Well, you and Carrie could also have a second child, right? But then again, that might be a boy too. But of course, there is another solution. Wait until Richard gets married and then you will gain a daughter-in-law. That's true. I guess it is true after all. You two really do belong together.
Annika, you will always be one of my beloved cousins, but Diana is the one I think I want to spend the rest of my life with. I feel so lucky to have her.
I agree. My aunts have told me how incredibly lucky I am to have found my true love partner so soon. They said they didn't even meet until they were teens. You promise that after we grow up you will always love me and be with me, no matter what?
I promise. As long as I have you, I will need no one else. I will indeed love you just as my mothers, my grandmothers, and your aunts love each other.
Keeping Annika and Richard with us for over a month convinced Teresa and I that we are too old to be watching over Annika full time, so while we will gladly have her visit us in the future, we don't ever expect to gain custody of her from Debbie and Carrie. Our nephew Charles was right to decree that your daughter be one of Annika's guardians in his will.
I'm sure Debbie will be happy to hear that. She's been wanting a daughter lately, so Annika can indeed be a de facto daughter for her. It's all good between us. Hello, and welcome to today's special edition of the America for All Network, the news podcast that tells it like it is. This is Suzanne Hudson, reporting in from the hometown of Sandy Smith, who has been running for mayor of it this summer for a special election. And with me is Carrie Sims, currently serving as a police officer in the town. Carrie, how are things going at the polling places in the town?
Well, I cast my vote about an hour ago and since then I've been operating as an election monitor in addition to my normal duties as a police detective. All seems to be going well here.
And in the evening, the polls close and the election results are announced. Sandy Smith, the Democratic candidate for mayor, is the projected winner with 95% of the vote cast, while Republican Lee Lord got 5% of the vote. Also, 89% of the voters said yes to Mrs. Smith's proposal to amend the town's bylaws to create a new ruling council for the town, while 10% voted no.
Awesome. I feel like throwing a party.
No reason why we can't throw one now, right? Attention all restaurant customers, for the rest of the evening, drinks will be on the house. Enjoy.
And with summer ending, Sandy Smith immediately gets back to the business of running the town, with help from her town's new ruling council.
Welcome, everyone, to the first official meeting of the town's new ruling council. I have appointed you 5 to be the founding members of this body, but you will all be subject to election by the people in 2 years and then every 2 years after that. Let us begin with introductions. Mr. Hernandez.
My name is Carlos Hernandez, and until this year I was the principal of the town's high school, but now I serve as the superintendent for the entire school district, which includes the schools of this town and several others in the area. I live in the southern part of the town and will represent it at these meetings. And beside me is Wayne Bentley, the current principal of the same high school that Mr. Hernandez worked at. Before that, I was mayor of this town and I was the high school's history teacher before that. I represent the northern part of the town. And sitting across from me is Simon Wilson, representing the western part of the town. My father founded the town's hospital and I became a co-owner of it later. I also served as the science teacher of the same high school Mr. Hernandez and Mr. Bentley served at, though I am now retired. And beside me is
Patty Anderson, representing the central portion of this town. I am the ex-wife of Ted Anderson, who was mayor of the town many years ago, and the mother of George Anderson, who was once its police chief. And finally we have Jessica Sims, representing the eastern part of the town. I am a co-owner of the Tuscany Tavern, one of the most important businesses in the town. I am also the mother of Carrie Sims, a police officer in the town. Now let us all work together as a team to decide what is best for this town and its people.
And so the town enters a new era. And now, here are some scenes from the next few episodes of the Debbie and Carrie show, as we actually go full circle to the beginning of the saga.
Look, Mom. I drew our family in school today. Oh, wow. I didn't have time to finish James' face. Carrie drew her two mothers. She said they are married to each other. Our teacher rejected her picture, saying Carrie's mothers are living in sin. That made Carrie cry. I told my mother about your situation with the homophobic teacher, Carrie. I hope that was okay. Yes, thank you. My mothers have decided to pull me out of that school and have me homeschooled. Debbie, Carrie, I have an idea. If we joined a religious group that championed LGBT rights, we could then argue that our own religious freedom was being threatened by anti-LGBT actions at the school.
Thank you for coming to see us, Mr. Husband. I am Lucy Sims, and my wife is Jessica Sims and our daughter is Carrie Sims. We have been reading your blog and were impressed by your many statements on it about politics, religion and science.
School. My mother, Carrie's mothers and I are atheists, and our parents pay taxes to support the school, so it should be secular. When we form our own Sunday school for Unitarian Universalist kids, we will teach the truth, the whole truth and nothing but the truth about religion. For now, you will remain in the school, and I would suggest you tell your classmates about Unitarian Universalism and encourage them to come attend our fellowship. As you wish, but I don't think our problems will be over anytime soon. I just found out why we are getting so many attacks on our phones. The principal of that school actually revealed our home address and our personal phone numbers in a public Facebook post. And he urged his online friends to attack us, who he called liberal atheists and lesbian intruders.
Why the damned bastard? He is only giving us more reason to sue his ass off.
Why are you here? If it's to defend what Miss Jenkins tried to do.
Absolutely not. I may be a Christian and even a member of Miss Jenkins' church, but I'm on your side now. I have come to see you as a fellow human being, and knowing all the hate you have been subjected to makes me wonder what is so great about a religion that allows such things.
Welcome, everyone, to our first Unitarian Universalist service. I'd like to make you an offer. If you agree to drop the lawsuit against my school, I promise that in the future I won't discriminate against Carrie or Debbie. I consulted a lawyer and he confirmed that my actions against them were actually improper and thus the school district would lose money. Please allow Carrie to attend the school again. Very well. Miss Jenkins, you have yourself a deal. Keep your word to us and there will be harmony between us from now on.